Life update time. What's up, y'all? It's Señor Gigio. I just wanted to share a little bit about what's been on my biscuit recently. So I've completed, I feel like a huge part of my journey uh, in all different kinds of ways. Like where I'm at right now as a man in my life, 37 years old. Um, with a whole life behind me, and I'm kind of turning a new leaf right now, um, and a big part of that obviously has been music. Music has been the essential part of how I've um, communicated, and synthesized what I've been working through in my life. All of the discovery has been translated through music, particularly hip hop music, MCing. And, at this stage in my life, I've completed pretty much, in terms of a body of work, a catalog when it comes to what we're talking about is completed albums that are mixed and mastered, that are fully realized from top to bottom, and artwork to accompany it, and music videos that are creative and that are artistic to accompany it, and merchandise, shirts, jackets, hats, and all of these different things that come with the completion of the music, because there's a story behind the music. So I've released comic books with it, and then there's been a whole other part of that too, with um, creating the illustrative work. All of so many There's so many pieces of work that have gotten done since. I'm gonna for sake of this, I'm gonna say 2017, because that's officially when I changed my name to Señor Gigio. Like that, I made that my rapper handle or my artist handle. And yeah, there's a whole like life and history before that too. That's also like essential. But in 2017, and part of like me changing my name and owning the Senor, and adding that to my title, it was really like a mission statement, and wanting to really like um, be more definitive with what I was doing and where I was going, and really to show that I'm a professional and to embody that. And that's uh that's what's the Senor, that was like kind of like my mission with Senor Gigio, was a professional, and kind of like aiming to be a master of my craft, and not just an amateur, um and that I have a point to make. So a lot has gotten done. I mean, I got my hustle up all the way, from merchandising to just everything, everything, all the little parts that would come with what I wanted to do. And then I ended up doing things that I didn't know I would do, just from the inspiration, just from flowing, and it opened me up to do a lot of different things and to put myself out there in different ways. And but basically, I've finished what I would say is a respectable body of work. I listen to a lot of music. Okay, I'm familiar with a lot of music, different genres, and basically, and I'm gonna continue making music, yes, but just like pause on that part, right? What I want to say is, like, up until this point, 2017 to 2025, I have a body of work that I think is like it's respectable. It's like a lifetime's worth of music, like literally. Like there's artists I listen to that probably that have since ceased making music because they passed away and they're no longer here, and and some of those artists have produced about like the same amount of music that I've created, and also some have produced less, and some have way more, right? Um, but so with that standard, I feel pretty accomplished. And part of it too was like it was a busy time too. Like it's been very busy. And I think that we do things on different levels. I think I know I do things on different levels too. So and this is something that I'm reminded of, and that I try to, that I've learned about myself, maybe even about the way things kind of work too, in life. There's different aspects as to why we're called to do what we do, or different impulses that we get, or different feelings that we get, and why we're driven to do one thing or another. And I think that that having that kind of drive, you know, there's the drive, and sometimes you just got to tell yourself whatever it is that you need to tell yourself, to believe in whatever it is that you need to believe, just to get from point A to point B, so that you continue to grow and evolve as a human, basically. And or there's so many different variables as to why we have these drives, and to where these impulses come from. Especially, I think, if you're trying to live more righteously, and live like truthfully, and do the right thing, basically, and live intentionally and spiritually, then I think there can be a lot more, context to where and what actually is leading us. Is it that fire that you have in your belly, or how did that fire get in your belly? Who knows? And it changes sometimes, but and I think that I had such a fire in my belly that whole time. I still have that fire in my belly, but it's kind of like turning into something else a little bit, um but you have that fire in your belly, and you got to feed it. You got to act on it, because it's energy, it's life force. You got to use it. And I just had I was so mission oriented that I needed to get these things done, that I had to create these things, and I had to put it and package it in a certain way, and present it, and and to see it through to completion, and to keep it going, and to not find not let things stagnate, or let things you know get up fall way to the side, or die out. It was always complete, and keep it going. And and there's different reasons for that, I think, now, being on the other end of it. you know um it's timing is everything. Timing really is everything. So sometimes, in that moment, it's like, really, at the end of the day, like, is it ever a bad thing to get something done? No. But it's funny because, in this field, in this game of hip hop, and releasing music, and trying to shake things up, and get things to market. There's a lot of doubt and hate flung around every which way, and sometimes it comes from a place of, some of it is innocent, and then a lot of it really is just some hater shit. But the idea that, oh, you should slow your roll, and you should, that you should, like, I don't know, try to come up with like some kind of promotional marketing strategy, and otherwise it's a failure, or whatever. I think for me, it's been counterintuitive and non-creative, and I've been doing it as I go. It's like you don't have to overthink things and you don't have to overplan things. You do it, you get it done, and you keep it moving. And and then the work lives on its own. And you can continue to shine a light on the work itself, but letting shit die is not the way to get ahead, and to put a clamp on the freaking creativity and the having shit get done. It's not helping. It don't help. So there's different. So it's really like at the end of the day, it's like, really, you gonna knock how are you gonna knock somebody for putting hella shit out and for getting it done? Everything's been quality too. Everything has met my quality, and I've pushed for the best quality with every project. And I've worked with different engineers along the way. Some engineers are able to do one thing and others are able to do other thing. But by the time, I got it out, and got it to where it needed to be. It's like you can't, it is what it is. And it's, and that's what I want y'all to have, because I got to keep moving to the next thing. So that's important, is to not get stuck and to not stagnate. Um, and a lot of times too, I've been like creating multiple things all at once. So while I've been working on one project, one album, I have another album that I'm working on, and I've been treating those, everything is of equal importance to me, because especially with a lot of that, like my work, like how I do things, I'm not a rapper who goes, and I don't and this is not a diss to anybody who does this. I'm just different, but I'm not a rapper. I don't go buy beats from like on a website or from people, I don't do that. I work with people in real life. I like all of the projects, everything that I've put out, like there's an emotional connection with the producer who I'm working with. So it's kind of like I like it's all about capturing the lightning in the bottle, honoring the moment, and respecting the work. And you know, it's like if I get a bunch of beats from a producer, um, you know, I just don't let that, I don't let that sleep. You know what I'm saying? Basically, and I respect who I'm working with. I respect the producers, So it's been a multitude of different ways of how some of these projects have gotten started. Some of these projects have been ones that I've initiated and that I've sought out, um, whatever producer that I was wanting to work with. And again, mind you, these are all people that like I have a connection to in real life. There's an emotional connection, there's a friendship connection. We're a part of the same community. There's ties. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other people involved. So and so introduced me to this person. I met this person here. All that kind of stuff. And then also through doing the work, producers start to pick up on like, oh, he gets it done. I want to work with him. So they send me beats. And then it's like, I want to get it done. I want to get it done. I like and that particularly has been dope too, because working with different producers on for different projects has allowed me to like tap in the different styles and different sounds and different concepts. So, I just don't let shit I don't like shit to die. I like to get it done. I like to keep it moving. I mean, especially like shit, if I was really gonna sit there with like as many projects as I had on the table at the same time, that I'm passionate about and that I care about, and I care about the people who I'm working with too. Everybody, there's way more artists and way more rappers who don't get shit done, who get the beats and don't respond to the producer and don't say anything to them, and like go talk to producers, and they'll have more stories about rappers who sleep on all the beats that they send them, and they don't hear anything back. I'm not that guy. I don't do that. I don't do that to cats. If I initiated, or if we have something really like in the works that we said, hey, we're doing this, I get it done. Um, and so like if I was really gonna sit there with all those projects, with as many projects as it would, and be like, oh well, don't, now that you have it done, you need to come up with a marketing strat, then none of this shit would have seen the light of fucking day. And it's enough, like within that, I'm 2017 to 2025, that's almost 10 years. That's like 8 years of work, so that's close to a decade. And if I was going to work on shit like that, then fucking some of the shit will probably have never seen the light of day. And then by the time I would have made it to this point, this exact point where I'm at right now in my life, the way I feel about my life, about myself as a 37-year-old man, a dad. I wasn't a dad at the beginning when I started this journey. 2017, I got married. And that also influenced the direction I was trying to go as an MC. That's also why I own Señor Gigio. Like I'm not doing this to play around. I'm doing this to like like because I'm for real. So now that I'm at this point in my life now too, it's kind of like, oh, that's I finished all the work. I finished the whole body of work. And along the way, like I got better, and I got doper, and shit's even I got accomplishments, I got accolades, I got other things that I learned how to do that started out from being, okay, I'm gonna just, I want to rap and be an MC. But, the whole thing too in the beginning was that I wanted to do things my way. I didn't want to be tied down to a crew or a collective, or anybody who didn't share my vision. My wife shared my vision, so that was like really my partner. Like, she's as close to like a manager or a partner that I have in like in my music. Otherwise, like I'm like, Señor Gigio, the way that Señor Gigio goes, and what moves I make and decision, that's me, so yeah. But like now, like, and there've been like a lot of different parts to the journey, and to this whole like chunk of the journey. There's a lot of different parts to it, and um and there's a lot that I'd like to share, and I'm going to continue to share and talk about. But basically, like, I finished the work. I finished a huge part of the journey. There's a whole body of work done, whole catalog done, whole life's work done of, do something for 8 years, do something for real for 8 years, and really go hard, and see, see what you get done with it. I got shit to show for 8 years. I have fucking, this YouTube channel too is important. It's a big part of what I've been trying to do too as well. So documentary, music video director, animator, illustrator, comic books, the merchandising, the clothing, pieces of art, framed art, I'll go and do, I've done a few like art shows. That's something I'm gonna continue to do. I'm doing one tomorrow. I got framed pieces of art. I got art prints, also like there's so many little pieces to what I've been doing. Beyond just the actual like recorded and music itself. Uh, but it all starts with the music. So now that's all like I'm finally, like, for the first time in my life, really in my fucking life, because before 2017, like, I was already prolific before that, but now I'm talking about Señor Gigio. I'm not talking about what I did before then, but I was already prolific before then and doing shit and releasing shit all the time, and maybe I wasn't as on the ball in terms of like where I was going with it, and what my vision was, but I was still like creating like crazy, and active, and putting myself out there, and making a name for myself. But Senor Gigio is when I started like directing, and being, you being a visionary, straight up. Um, so um, do something for 8 years. See what you get done if you really love it. I got something to show for it. I got things to talk about from it. I got things I'm gonna continue to talk about from it. And in this whole time, this is the first time in a long time that I'm not working on anything. I am done. I am completed. No projects on deck. Nothing I'm working on. Nothing new. And it's a nice feeling for me. It really is. Maybe once upon a time that might not have been a nice feeling, but I'm done for now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting out another. Well, I'll tell you this: I got um, Cali Bears Volume 3. That's dropping April, and then I'm dropping a solo EP, Man of the Hour, in May. But other than that, done. And those things were already done. You get what I'm saying? That means that right now I'm not writing any raps. I'm not working on an album. I'm not even trying to start a new album or any new projects. I'm letting it breathe, and I like it. I like it. And that's not to say I'm not being creative or that I'm not doing other things, but yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Um, yeah, I guess that's really what I wanted to say. That's really what I wanted to say right now, was just to catch y'all up, and just so you can understand like what the journey has been up until this point. Um, and again, Senor Gigio continues. It's gonna continue, but doing things in a new way. I'm opening up space for different things, because as you can see, it hasn't only been about rap. And that's something, you know, that it hasn't only been about rap, or about music. I mean, even within rap, like, I've always been eclectic. So it hasn't just been about music. It's been about other things. It's been about the art. It's been about the everything. The tarot, my work with the tarot. That wasn't in 2017. I wasn't reading for people. I wasn't reading for people publicly yet. I started reading for people in 2018. So that's another part of the Senor Gigio path, the trajectory. So, and I'm gonna continue to do that. And really, what it comes down to, it at the end of the day, it's about the message. That's what it's all about. The message. And that's so whatever I need to do to get the message out, I'm gonna do that. So the message comes how it needs to come. Um, and I'm fully capable of already getting the message out in so many other ways. So, but for now, this body of work with rap is in a good place. Yes, in the future there will be more. I'm not saying I'm done. I'm not done making music or rapping or anything like that. I'm trying to do more shows, really. I'm trying to get out, do more shows, and be with the people more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the other part of the work, is I need to see the people. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. It's about the message, and however the message needs to come out, that's what it's going to be. And that's what I'm going to say for now. I mean, I'm peace to everybody, peace to everybody who's been rocking with me and who's been supporting me along the way. I mean, it's so so much love, for y'all who've kept me in good spirits, and I've really um supported. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate y'all. But yeah, like this journey too, like from the beginning, there were people who were rocking with me in the beginning. They don't rock with me no more. And there's some people who still rock with me from the beginning of the journey, and there's some new people that I met, and that I'm rocking with. But then there's some people along the way who are just big time haters, big time wasters, and just toxic motherfuckers. So and that shit, that's one thing that I want y'all to know, that is a part of the journey. So every project that you see get done, you know what I'm saying, there's a story behind it. There's things that, there's challenges and things that I had to deal with and get out the way. So big fuck you to all the haters. Seriously, just big fuck you to all the haters. And honestly, the haters don't get the middle finger enough. We in our society, we live in a big fucking our society has taught us to be big time wusses. There's really other words I want to use, but for sake of showing that I am a more intelligent person, that's the word that I will use. But this society has taught us to be big time wusses, to back down, and to forgive. I don't forgive. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all haters, man. Because you know what? That hater shit, it affects the fucking it does affect the grind, the hustle. Shit is ridiculous. I mean, honestly, like, even when you look at like what it is that I've been involved in, and like the kind of shit that I've been doing with my time, and like the lane that I've been trying to be in hip hop, where I'm talking about conscious hip hop, I'm talking about the abstract creative hip hop, and where there should be more freedom. There should be more freedom for different expression in terms of like spirituality and just different things, and not hella basic ass thinking. But man, I have encountered some of the biggest haters, some of the most toxic people, and that shit does affect the grind, especially when the mission is like, yo, I'm doing this. Yeah, I believe in myself. Yeah, I believe in what I do. Yeah, I fucking love what I do. Yeah, I know I'm sick. I know I'm fucking raw. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I got a message, and because I'm trying to spread some love and spread some light and make this shit pop for people. Because I want people to get a dope experience and be able to fucking learn from what I'm kicking, and go apply it in their life somehow, and just spread the inspiration. Just like, here's a ball of light that I'm giving you. Take that ball. Oh, you got, it's all nice and big. Yes, I love it. You got that feeling. Now go. Yes, keep it going. Spread it to the next one. That's why I do this. That's why I do what I do. And sometimes you think that people are on that are trying to meet you on that level, but they're not. They're trying to steal your light. It affects the grind. Okay, there's no doubt about it. They don't want you to know that. They want you to say, "Oh, we just got to be the bigger person or whatever," or just ignore it, or forgive them, or, pray for them, whatever those things are, or just, oh, it's not that big of a deal. No, it is because this is how dreams get freaking deferred. Because this is what we all want to do with our life. Everybody wants to do this shit. It's the dream, right? Who making music and going for music, and trying to pursue that as a full-time career and really make it happen and wants it to pop. Who is that not a dream for, right? And you know then when you're actually in the field doing the work, and trying to do things on that level, like thinking like, okay, this is like cool, like I'm meeting you on this level, that means that like you want to do this, right? You want to fucking elevate and like do some really dope positive shit that is life changing, and create happiness. Right. But then when you're there on that level, these people become the biggest obstructors, the biggest just saboteurs, complete saboteurs. And the hate is something else. It's like, um it's definitely, it definitely affects like your performance. It affects, it affects your mental, it affects your psyche. There's no, I don't think, I think it's bullshit to pretend like that shit is whatever, like it shouldn't fuck with your psyche. It fucks with your psyche, and it don't help. I fucking get through it, and I keep going, and I keep doing my shit, but it's like shit. I could honestly, I could have done without it, to be honest. I could have done without dealing with some of that whack ass shit. But I guess at the end of the day, um, it just is what it is. It's the life that we live. It is the society that we live in. And I would, you would be wide eyed as a child. You would be wide eyed as a child in a candy store to think that you were gonna try and go for your dreams, and just because it was quote unquote conscious hip hop, that everybody was gonna have love for you, and that everybody was gonna be supportive. You know what I'm saying? And that there wouldn't be snakes along the way. So that just is what it is. I have to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be fake not to. And I hope that for all of you guys, like, who do like relate to me, and do like listen to my music, and vibe with it. I don't. I hope that you hear, like, I guess I just hope that that like it comes from a real place, and that it's warrior music. I'm like, it's really like warrior shit. As much as it's like there's a lot to it, but yeah. And on that note, I don't know. I could go on and on about this, but I just want to say that's what the update is. I'm gonna be doing more things in terms of like being out there live. I got some shows coming up in the months ahead, in different spots and different towns around Northern California, that I'm excited to go rock. And I'm gonna continue doing shit live, and coming through with the hustle, with the art, with the merchandise, with the swag, and with my message, and being who I am, turned up, even more turned up now, actually. So yeah, that's what it is. Um, Let me see, what are some things I could slip in here. Go check out my website, cop some merch, listen to the catalog of music, and You know, what else? Oh yeah, here's another one. Like if you want to see me perform, you know, I'm trying to perform. That's what I love to do. I'm gonna continue doing the vlogs as well. But if you want to see me perform, here's what you do. One, you can book me. So you can hit me up, you can book me. And you know, just try to fucking put a little bit of respect on it. I'm not a fucking I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not hard to reach out to. But the other thing you could do is like this. It's like if you see a dope hip hop show going on locally, you know, especially in Northern California, reach out to the promoter or the organizer and tell them to book me. Those are things that you can do, you know. Otherwise, like I'm out here, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, being a dad, being a husband, and creating a life. So that's the other shit of what I'm up to. I can't really say the other things that I have in the works right now because I'm learning right now that you got to learn how to keep things to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And there's different reasons for that. Um, but mainly just because, you know, it's personal. So, but yeah, I'm working on things and I'm gonna stay creative and I'm gonna keep creating and fuck the haters who think that what motherfuckers got nothing to show for their time of trying to do whatever, especially nothing that they could stand up next to my shit. Hey yo, but yeah, so yeah, I got some other exciting ideas for vlogs and things that I'm gonna be doing and I look forward to doing. But also, you know, if you've watched this and you've made it this far, if there's anything, you know, if you have any questions or any suggestions or anything that you would like me to touch on, I'm very curious and I would like to know. So just leave that there in the comments and I will yodel at you in one of these videos, probably, more than likely. So, all right, y'all. Much love. God bless y'all and peace.